In this video, you'll notice I've got red blood cells. This is a sample of blood in saline solution, ordinary contact lens saline solution. The salt concentration is not quite right, as you'll see soon. They're a bit crenate, what they call crenate, which means they've collapsed a little bit. Salt has leached water out of the cells and caused them to collapse. But that's not the point. The point is, it is basically live blood, and what's really interesting about this, as you'll soon see, it has live white cells in it. This is absolutely fascinating. You're going to love this. You can see one larger cell right there in the center. Oops. That is a white cell, and I'm going to try to focus on that for you now. Also, you see that very large, blocky looking cell, a couple more there. Those are epithelial cells, skin cells, that have gotten in there from the sample. There's that white again right there in the center. And let's move on. Now in this next video segment here, you'll notice that I've zoomed in considerably on the 40 power objective, and now you can see what I meant by crenate. Each cell looks actually like a mine, like a water mine, and has a spiky appearance. This results from the cells being in a solution that is too strongly saline. It causes water to flow out of the cell collapses inward, and structures inside the cell give it a spiky appearance as they attempt to bulge outward from the inside, pushing the cell membrane outward, and that is what gives them that deformed appearance. That was a skin cell there, epithelial cell. And let's move on. Now in this video segment, behold, this little critter to the right, the larger one. Of course, the left one there is a normal red blood cell, and a fairly happy one. It's not as beat up. But that one to the right, the larger one, the less colored one, is an actual white cell. And as you can see, look to the lower corners of it there. You'll notice two blobby looking protrusions, especially that rightmost one. The left isn't. And they're to the top side of it now, projecting out in the opposite direction. Those are pseudopods. Just like an amoeba, a white cell will form projections of its cell membrane and flow its internal fluids and organelles and such into the protrusion. And this is how it moves. More specifically, this is how it does its job, because its role in life is to consume foreign material, mostly microorganisms that should not be in the bloodstream, engulf and digest them, and then after so many, they apparently die from their own internal toxins and are flushed from the system to be replaced by new ones if need be. And there you can see it lovely, it doing its job, forming a pseudopod there, extending outward. That's really awesome. I never knew that I could do this with a microscope, and really is very simple, very simple. Now I want you to see the same segment, but in high speed, 10 times the normal speed, so you can really see it move. And here we go. At 10 times normal speed, you can easily see the pseudopods flowing out, and in fact the internal organelles moving around and such. Now very quickly in this final video clip, I want to show you the white cell doing what it does best. This is using the 100 power oil immersion objective for maximum detail, and it's doing a lovely smashing job. And it's extending a pseudopod out actually twice, or maybe a hair more, its original diameter across the medium, apparently grabbing something and pulling it towards it. You'll see better in the time compressed version following this clip. Also, you'll notice very nearby there's there you go, a crenate blood cell. This is what the term crenate is all about. You'll notice the distorted, spiked appearance of the blood cell. It's a bit smaller diameter than it should be, and that is the effect of too much salt in the fluid, drawing the internal moisture out. Meanwhile, the white cell has, it looks like it has a clump of something, and it's pulled it inward and right to the boundary. And I believe as it sits there, it's actually pulling it into the cell, and that is what it is there to do. It is there to grab hold of foreign invaders, microorganisms, and absorb them, and then die, and then be ejected from the body as waste. And, well, certainly seems to be doing something of that nature. My best guess, that's what it's done. What an active little bugger, huh? To think that you have things like that roaming freely within you. Okay. Now here you can see the time compressed version. I'll play it twice for you, and you can see it's really doing something there. Like I said, best guess, absorbing a microorganism. No doubt the slides got them on it. So, yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this little demonstration, and of course, as always, more to follow. And see you soon.